I have with me as well as Cecil Corbett, an S. Pierce tribal member. Our topic today is how do Indigenous people perceive traditional law? And that's what we'll be speaking to you about tonight. So, Cecil, how would you like to start?
Well, as I would understand, law begins to define what are the values and virtues inherent within a clan or a tribe. What are they against, oppose, and what do they value in establishing community within their people. And as you think about it, one of the first thoughts come to mind is relationships, kinship relationship. And most often in tribal languages there is not a word of orphan, because you have the relations of the nuclear family and the extended family. And so therefore, if there is an accident or death occurs, that individual, that child, or that relative is taken into someone's home, and in that fashion you begin to show what are the values. As I think of the values that are lifted up most often is the concept of respect and generosity and caring, and therefore there is in this area of respect, it is lifting up the values of the people. So law is not codified, but law is within the heart of a people, caring for each other and sharing.
Good. Thanks a lot, Cease. I believe today's young people, as far as what traditional law is, there's a confusion between solution-based and interest-based. Traditional law is interest-based, dealing with the interest of the individual and dealing with the people that are, for instance, if there's a crime that has been done between two people, the interest is looked at both people. And then I guess in today's term what they're looked at is looking at justice from a point of view of looking at the person that hurt the person and the person that's been hurt, putting it in simpler terms. But then when you look at solution-based concepts, it's saying, okay, you got to do this and you got to do that and everything's better, but not looking at the interest of the individual that's been hurt. So traditional law has always been based on interest-based. In dealing with Indigenous people, and depending on the tribes, with the intermarriages of tribes and different things like that, it's always based on interest-based concepts as far as looking at law and perceiving as to what is going to make this right. What can we do to make this right for you as the person that's been hurt, and what do we need to do for the person that's been, I guess you could say, has been persecuted, and saying, okay, what made you do this? What do we need to do to help you? If you're hungry, what do we need to find work for you so you can feed your family, so you don't steal from these people? Or those are the kind of other things that are interest-based concepts as far as traditional law today. And it's from the past, but unfortunately today it's been our young people are confused between the court system, which is, as I had said earlier, is solution-based, which is like, okay, you do the crime, you do 3 weeks, and then you're fine, but it doesn't look after the person that's been hurt. So I believe as far as extended family as well, is that the individuals need to be looked at seriously, because in the Cree, we don't have great uncles. We all the people, like for instance my brother, his grandchildren are my grandchildren. I'm their Muslim, and so the responsibilities of my grandchildren, of my brother's grandchildren, are mine as well. And so the responsibilities, even as because I'm the head of my family, I decide if there's a wrongdoing. I decide what do we need to do. how do we need to make this better? And the key word has always been, how do we need to make this better? What do we need to do for you? And that's the key, looking at what traditional law in the past and today is. And even as far as shooting an animal, you have to do the prayers, the songs, the tobacco, and the ceremony. That's part of our law. And the same thing with in the giveaway, when we have a ceremony of 4 years of an individual that's passed away, we have a 4-year ceremony, and so the individual families all group together and celebrate 4 years of their grandfather leaving. So again, that's kind of a law of our families and expectations of our people, and it's part of the grieving process of the Cree Nation. And so there's various different small technicalities between each tribe, but they're all basically the same. We all based on love, care, and respect. And those are the things that we base all tribes have it on. Is there anything else, CIS, do you have to add on?
No, I think you said it very well.
And by the way, CIS has a great shirt, doesn't he? Thanks a lot. That's Rick Lightning, and give us a shot and let us know what you think of our what we're doing here. We want to try and do more as far as dealing with the Ecumenical Conference, and everybody out there. These are the type of things we're going to be doing in the next while. Is promoting the Ecumenical Conference and giving you better understanding what intellectual properties are and traditional understandings and philosophies out there.